We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tennessee Titans. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Henry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Now on 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Smith on 1st down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Here's a Tennessee native from just outside of Memphis, Kenneth Walker III. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Geno. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with the tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Boy, you go 3 and out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp. On 2nd and 12, Tannehill. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On first down, Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
They keep it with Henry on first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Henry. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
You get down in this area of the field, you know you're going to get a heavy dose of number 22. They stopped him for a short game there, but can they do it a couple of more times?
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. To throw is Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Nick Westbrook-Akine. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Titans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And this is good. Our score is 7-0 Tennessee. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On 1st and 10, Smith. He'll find Metcalf. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Walker now on 1st and 10. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On first down, Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
A first carry of the ball game for DJ Dallas. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Smith. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
They begin with Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, Henry. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
But forget knowing where the 1st down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Bullock's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
On first down, it's Smith. This is the tight end Fant. They juked him. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Throwing again is Smith. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are back within a score. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the... And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one.
Let's go.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll elect expect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Tennessee offense set to go again. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And taken down just shy of the 40.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out now come the Seahawks. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a 1st down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up 1st down, too.
Again, Smith. They'll set up the screen to Dallas. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing now is Geno. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Smith throwing again. Flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Smith. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The extra point now coming from Myers. And that makes it 14-10. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Tannehill on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. To throw is Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nick Westbrook-Akine, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wondered if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Tannehill now to throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. Dances by him. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Smith.
A nice little juke, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. And fortunately here for them, he's going to be taken down before he can gather much momentum on the run back. So no fireworks on the final field goal attempt, and that'll do it for this first half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the gun on third down, Smith. Escaping the press, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kevin Byard, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raider, gets the sack.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Titan football.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Tannehill's throw is on target to Burks.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Here's Tannehill.
A check down here for Henry.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and that will keep this a 4-point game. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. Excellent job on the tackle for loss by Harold Landry, shooting into the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and 12, Smith
setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's going to get this underneath to Dallas.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
From the 27, Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Tannehill.
Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, a nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now Tannehill.
Open man, Westbrook Akine. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Inside handoff, Henry. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Derrick Henry from a yard away bowling his way in. And the Titans have retaken a third-quarter lead. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Smith on first down. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
That's Azeez Al-Shaair getting through for the sack that time. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted. That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 39, Smith. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Out of the gun, handoff to Dallas. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 50, it's Smith. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick, but instead it's 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. 20. 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Walker.
And he lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is.
But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Tariq Woolen in on the stop.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Draw play. This is Henry. And they're going to get the 1st down here across the 15-yard line.
76 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Again, it's Henry. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll get this to the 32.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Titans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A give to Henry. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
A handoff, running left, Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Here's Tannehill. And incomplete on the deep ball. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Bullock's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw, Smith. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Henry running right. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Tannehill.
That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes, but now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Smith. Left side complete to Lockett. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down.
Gets this to Fant, and he is going to have a Seahawks first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Geno. And Lockett with a grab over the middle.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing again is Smith.
That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Smith trying to get him to the line quickly with the clock rolling. Now Geno on first down. Steps away to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
On 2nd and 10, Smith.
Over the middle, he finds Eskridge.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Boy, this crowd is on pins and needles now because anytime you see the ball heading for the end zone, you really hold your breath and they come out of their seats. That one falls incomplete.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They can't read a script. Pay attention. Walk that walk, man. Whatever it takes, I'm getting it. I'm coming. Every week. Let's go do this. Let's get it done. Every day, let's do what we do every day.
The clock showing 19 seconds to go. And the Titans are going to come up with it. And that should just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Titans go victory formation as they take a knee. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12.
Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.